This slow cooker chicken's got cider, apples and sage. Sounds fancy, but it's dead easy and secretly healthy, and my kids smashed it when I served it to them. The first thing we're going to do is something that's really important, but lots of people fail to do it and then complain that their meals taste boring when they cook them in the slow cooker. So look, we've got to brown the chicken first. We're going to put it on a high heat, season it up with some pepper, and you don't need to fully cook it through. You just need to get some nice colouring on it and a little bit of crispiness from the fat on those chicken thighs. Then you're going to set them into the slow cooker. Now we're cooking a whole kilo, so we've got to do this in batches unless you've got some absolutely ginormous pan. You could also use chicken breast if you wanted to keep this really lean, but doing it with thighs just gives it a lot more flavour. Once you've added all them to the slow cooker, reduce the heat down to medium and add 2 onions. You don't need to add any oil, there should be enough stuff left over from the chicken, and we're going to fry that for about 5 minutes until they start to turn golden brown. Once the onions are pretty much ready, we're going to add in our garlic and just give that a further 30 seconds to a minute. Again, this is a step a lot of people do, and they just put raw onions into the slow cooker, and essentially you just end up poaching it and releasing all the water from the onions go into the slow cooker. We don't want to do that. We want to cook them first, then add the slow cooker. When we're ready, we're going to add in a can of dry apple cider and reduce that on a high heat until it reduces by about 1/3. Then tip all of it into the slow cooker. Next step is to add in your apples. These aren't cooking apples, these are just ones from the fridge. Fresh sage, you can use dried if you can't get fresh, or if you're struggling with that, just use mixed herbs. A teaspoon of salt and 200 ml of chicken stock. For some thickening, we're going to add in 20 grams of corn flour. Mix it in a little bit of water first so it doesn't go all clumpy. I'm using Dijon mustard. If you don't have this, you could use whole grain. It's up to you, but Dijon's going to give it that more robust flavour. Peeled and chopped up potatoes, and then you're just going to nestle everything in so it's all in the liquid, and pop the lid on it and give it about 4 hours on high.
Hey, sorry for the interruption, but I've got a super quick favour to ask. If you could either click like, drop a comment below and let me know what you think of this recipe, or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. It has got absolutely nothing to do with my ego. It just means that if you interact with this video in some way, YouTube is more likely to show it to others so that more people get a chance to cook my recipes. Thanks in advance. Now back to the recipe.
For serving, if you want it on the slightly lower carb end, just serve it as is because there's already some tatties in it. For me, I cooked some extra tatties on the first day. Second day, I did this with rice. But either way, it is entirely up to you. As always, if you want the full written recipe along with 450 other high protein bangers, make sure to download my recipes app. There's a link to get it in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and hopefully we'll see you back here on the channel for more high protein recipes. See ya!